career teachers. Can you talk about the teaching profession in your career and the impact that you made in the classroom?
Well, I hope it was good. I put a lot of thought in it. I enjoyed teaching. Right the very last day I walked out of school, I enjoyed today. Some guys grumble for years before they get on. But as much as I enjoyed looking at other teams play, I know that there was some, I taught American history, and there was some American history teachers that had a good reputation in this close area here. And I would take a visitation day, and I would go and meet with them and see what they do, and then bring it back to my American history classes and build for that. And so that, just to give kids a better perspective of what should be done, not just my feeling, but other people do that had some success.
Sure.
And so you did it in coaching, you do it in your teaching.
Jeff, teaching?
I've reflected on this the last 10 years or so. I think when I was done with college, I knew I wanted to coach. And coach at the college level or coach in high school. I didn't know where I wanted to coach. But I knew I wanted to coach. And teaching and coaching kind of went hand to hand. And now after I've been teaching now for just 32 years, I have come to like teaching about 5 times more than coaching. Not that I dislike coaching.
Wow.
I have just really come to grow to like teaching. And I don't like every day the alarm clock goes off in the morning, I don't have to go to work, I get to go to school. I still like doing it.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. I think it is important that you talk about your spouses and the role and sacrifices that they made. Coach, you lost Carol last year. Can you talk about the impact that she had on the program?
Well, I would say it was pretty good, because a coach's wife is something different. The demands made on them, your life and your kids and everything. We eat, and get up, and you go to bed, and according to the clock, and whatever happens. But she was very, very supportive of the, and I would, a lot of times I'm going to be coaching, I'm going to be scouting tonight, so you can't do this or do that. And she very, very, and they had to be a different breed of cat, so to speak, to be a coach's wife. And to sit up there and somebody that doesn't, she's watching the game and somebody doesn't like you as berating you, and she's hearing that. But I guess I was very blessed with that.
And somebody told me that you were dated when you were teenagers. Is that correct?
Well, we both went to different junior highs, and she was at the high school 1 year prior to me, because my junior high went to 9th grade. And so I got up to the high school, and she, I was interested in was football and basketball, and she asked me to go to a dance. They had clubs, groups, and they had a sweater dance. And so she asked me, and George Hansen, who was my best friend, who eventually became coach at Minnesota, she and her girlfriend asked us to go to well, when is it? Well, it's Friday night. Well, we got a game that night. We're playing Cretin, or Cathedral. And we always had home games at our gym, but when we went to Cathedral or East, the other two schools, they didn't have big enough gyms, so we were playing at the college. So, well, they knew that. We'll meet you over at Bridgman's. Bridgman's is right across from my high school. So we went there, and that's the only date I ever had. And that was 1950. So.
Wow. Jeff, anything you'd like to add about your mom?
Well, I know that when he retired, and then I applied for the job, it wasn't given to me. I had to apply for it and go through the interview process. And right after he retired and I was going to apply, Mom and Dad took my wife, Laura, and I out for dinner. And they just told her this is not just Jeff's decision, it's you, the married couple, it's your decision. Whether you want to be head coach, what all this entails, the late nights, and Laura's pretty much called herself a basketball widow, November through March, because that's really consumed almost most of your waking thoughts is what practice and what's going on with the kid in practice, or how you put all your heart and soul and energy into the season. And Laura was all on board with that, so she's had to sacrifice just as much as we have, and just as much as Mom did as well. So that's true of all coaches, not just Bass. All coaches, Coach Carlson here at Jefferson, that say the same thing too with his wife Kelly.
For this last part, what I want you to do, or I'd like you to do, is pick one or the other. I'm going to say something, and then I'll give you some time to think about it. And this is in terms of coaching. Practice or game?
Practice.
I enjoy practices. You're a teacher, number one, and that's you get a chance to get out and work on some things that you've been thinking about, or looking at the scouting report of the last game that you made notes of that you didn't do very well, and I like practices.
Okay. Offense or defense?
Well, my philosophy.
Yeah, I feel like I know your answer. Yeah.
I have defense as well.
Defense. Okay. Baseline out of bounds or sideline out of bounds?
I think sideline. May kind of surprise you, sideline.
Okay.
It'd be easier. We always, when they get right in the corner, we'd run through those the night before a ball game. Jake and I would say, oddball. Okay. And so it made it more difficult for you to get in and get available.
Okay. Blowouts or nail biters?
Nail biters.
Yeah, that's one way or another, whether you're better or not as good, but you're in the game more.
Okay.
And that does the games you're going to remember more too, I think.
Okay. Home or away?
Home.
Okay, this is to win the game. There's 10 seconds left in the game. You have the ball. Do you call a timeout or do you let them play?
Well, I think if you let them play and they didn't score, then everybody's got a decision to make. But I think just to clarify, I think in the young guys' minds what we want to do. We talk about last second shots, or who's set up who, and where is that.
I think it depends on the point of the season too.
Okay.
If it's early, definitely time out. Later in the season, if you rehearse that enough times, and then you don't get the defense time to change or make adjustments.
Okay. 2-class system or 4 or 5-class system?
Well, when they went from one class to two,
Yeah, I guess it was 1 class, yeah.
yeah, I thought, well, that would be something. And in fact, I played in high school. We had a 1-class system in Wisconsin, and we were down there. I just thought, wow, we're one of 300 some schools that are here putting on the show. And then it went to 2. Well, there's a lot of good merit to that, where you got some schools that are not as big as others, and some are very big, and maybe that's the right. But now it's ridiculous. It's like you say, and you look at the number of games you got to play to get in the state tournament. Yeah, it was a nail, but the toughest games all year. Now maybe you have to have 1 game.
And I think for coaches, the fewer the classes, but for kids, maybe the more offenses, because kids get opportunities that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Okay. Williams Arena or the St. Paul Civic Center?
Well, you were about 18-3 in the Civic Center, weren't you?
Yeah.
That's pretty good for you there.
I didn't mind Williams Arena because that's where the golf was played, and the kids enjoyed playing there too.
I think the kids have a bigger. I think coaches like to coach in Williams Arena. I think kids have a better experience at the Williams Arena.
Magic Johnson or Larry Bird?
Well, there's no question there.
No.
Larry Bird. Okay. Half court or fast break?
Well, once again, depending upon your kids that you have.
Okay.
If you could get a good.
You said your first teams were always a run and gun fast break.
Yeah.
And that's changed a little bit too. I think it's based on personnel and based on percentages, I think, and
They always said we were very deliberate. Well, maybe we were, but Lingenfellow in that group, we had kids that could run. We averaged 76 points a game.
75Z or 221 hard.
Well, we had a lot of success with the 75Z. I got that from Guy Lewis at Houston,
Okay.
and so we used that for years, or
Oh, yeah. I remember it well.
combinations of
Yeah.
it. And
but you got a lot of mileage at a 2-2-1. You had 2-6-7, 6-6.
Yeah.
Kevin Lynch and Bad on the front line on
Yeah.
that.
And you got kids that anticipate pretty well, whatever he is.
And those defenses now, 75Z is nothing different than like a run and jump defense.
Yeah, right.
now, and, again, those depend on your personnel.
Wilt Chamberlain or Bill Russell?
Well, I've always been a Celtic fan, so Bill Russell,
Okay.
I guess.
And you're assuming I'm old enough to know who those guys are. Or watch them play. I think I saw just brief glimpses of each one play.
Okay. Taking a charge or setting a screen?
Wow, a little bit of both. I think you want to get a set of good screens so you can get a good shot, or take the charge. That you got some that do a very good job with it, and are willing to do that. You've had a couple of the last couple of years. That,
Ultimate sacrifice, and they're putting that arc in next year too. That's going to change the
Okay.
landscape of the rules a little bit.
Running a 17 or the weighted jump ropes?
well, it's 17. It's just, I think probably everybody knows you're going to end up doing that.
Yeah.
We had this
did.
kid one year named Mike Carr that we never knew. He always led us in 7 years every day in practice.
It's the only thing he did, yeah. 3-pointer or 2-pointer?
Well, old-fashioned. I like the old-fashioned three-pointer. And the pro game is becoming a three-point game now. All the big guys, the 7-footers, are all shooting threes. But hey, you work hard to get a good two-pointer.
Okay.
Yeah, 3-pointers is as much part of the game now as
Yeah.
anything else. So it's a coin toss.
Bank shot or swish?
Well, I always had trouble getting a kid to use the bank shot, on the angle and so forth. We used to practice it a lot, but swish, enjoyed.
Yeah, swish. Or we're talking a bank shot from the angle, not the free throw line or something.
Kevin McHale or Kevin Garnett?
Well, he coached Kevin McHale in the All-Star game, so
Yeah.
he got to know him a little
Wow.
better. And I was his manager when he was coaching, so I got to know Kevin a little bit. And I think he's knowing his personality away from basketball. I think that's a no-brainer there for
Okay.
Kevin McHale.
And he was a great player for the Celtics.
Oh, yeah. So I guess when I say Red Auerbach or Phil Jackson, you'll probably say Red Auerbach.
Right, Auerbach.
Yeah. Michael Jordan or LeBron James?
Interesting, that was in the paper just after the NBA playoffs this year. They asked all kinds of people who was a better player, and they pulled different age groups, and I think Jordan came out on top on all those.
So now I'm polling you two.
Yeah. Jordan was pretty special.
Yeah.
Okay. Bill Musselman or Clem Haskins?
Well, I like Clem. I enjoyed Clem. I thought I think Kevin enjoyed him also. And Musselman brought a new phase to the game, ball handling drills and so forth. But,
And from a personal standpoint, Clem was very good to me.
Yeah.
Very
Okay.
good to me.
John Kundla or Flip Saunders?
well, a couple of different eras there, and John Kundla certainly put Minnesota on the map, and my friend George Chanson worked for him for 8 years.
Was he coaching when you were drafted by the Lakers?
Yeah.
Okay.
A different era, yeah. I just
Okay. Vikings or Packers?
no question about that. We were Packer fans. That's all we had when I was growing up. And
Yeah, but you're in Minnesota. You live here now.
oh yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
I left my heart in Green Bay, I guess.
Okay. And then the last one is John Wooden or James Naismith.
Well, I guess we got to thank both of them for doing what they did.
Yeah.
Because Wooden, we grew up with him and with his. I heard him speak at a couple of clinics. I just thought he just so sound as could be, and how could you not like him, you know?
Yeah.
But Naismith, of course, gave us the game.
Great. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to visit today.
Thanks.
Yeah.